Hi guys! Kamusta? In this video, I will be talking about my postpartum experience. So it's more like a continuation of the last video that I made. Sobrang haba na kasi nun. It was a very long video. So this one, it's a continuation, like the postpartum. So I must say that I have like a very different postpartum experience. Kasi usually, like what happens to moms after giving birth is breastfeed your baby, and you just spend more time with your baby. In my case, it's a little bit different because it's been almost a month now and I'm still in the hospital. And that's not normal. Usually, like pagkapanganak, like few days after uwi sa bahay, and then, you get to enjoy your time with your precious child. But that was the case for me as well in the beginning. So after the delivery, we stayed a little bit longer than usual. We spent almost like probably 5 days in the hospital because I was having some stomach issues, like I mentioned in the previous video. And then we were able to go back home, and I was able to spend time with my precious Ivy, and it was very, very good. It was also quite overwhelming because, like I'm a new mom, and syempre, my body was still recovering, and then at the same time I have to take care of like Ivy, but also it's really a big help that Akim was a very hands-on dad, so he really does help me with everything a lot. And then like at night, especially like pagising si baby, so like he's the one that would like immediately go after her kasi like it takes me a while to get up. Like syempre masakit pa yung likod ko, and then I was having some like other pain, so it takes me a while, and then like he get things started up, and then I would breastfeed my baby. So in the beginning I was not getting as much milk, so we have to supplement her with some formula. And then like maybe after 2-3 days I started to pump more, and then I was getting more milk, and she was latching on me, so it was very satisfying that moment to actually be able to bond with my child. And I feel like those days were really precious because I get to enjoy the blessing that God gave us. So na-enjoy ko yung baby ko, and then like unfortunately, that has to be postponed for a little bit of time because few days later, like I was still having the same issues that I was having in the hospital. So I had to go back to the hospital to get checked, and then ayun na, pagka-check ko sa hospital, hindi na ulit ako nakabalik ng bahay. Until now, I'm here, and it's almost a month. My baby's gonna be a month old already next week, and I haven't next week. Yeah, exactly next week. So, and I haven't seen her in a while, like mag-isang buwan na. And I mean, I see her on video call, and she's growing so fast. She's growing up so fast, and I felt so bad and guilty that I'm not there for her. Like, totoo pala yung sinasabi nilang mom's guilt, But, I feel so bad kasi I can't take care of her. I have to take care of myself. And I literally can't be with her because, I'm in the hospital in their home. And thank God Akim is there too for her, and also like Akim's family, mom, my sister-in-law, and Titi Olga and Nabal are there to actually help take care of her. So they're all like helping each other, and So a lot of changes, like, have been happening, and progress that had been happening with my baby, and I wasn't there nung nalaglag yung puso niya. Like, wala ako doon. Nung pinaliguan siya, wala rin ako doon. So parang I felt so bad that some of the first things that are happening with Ivy, I'm not there. But I'm also grateful because, her dad is there for her. And, she got Mima, and she got Titi. So, I'm in a way, I'm grateful because we have help. Like, it's really difficult to not have help, like not to have any help, kind of help. Like, kung kami lang, like, especially nung first few days namin sa hospital, ganon. So, I'm so blessed and grateful na kahit, I'm in the hospital and I'm in recovery, God sent people to actually take care of Ivy. So, I'm really hoping and praying na, I don't know when I'm gonna be going home, but medyo long-term treatment kasi yung kailangan ko to get better. So yeah, it's kind of different, like initial postpartum. So, well, the doctors are saying that they could be sending me home like soon. Pero parang since the day I came to the hospital, that's what they say every day. But there's, like, with the complications I have, like, I don't want to disclose it, but the complications I have, it's gonna take some time for me to fully recover. So, like, but who knows? Like, miracle happens, and I'm still believing with God that, He's gonna heal my body, and I'm gonna be able to be with my child again. And sana naman maabutan ko na bago siya mag first month old, I will be there, So, I will be sharing more siguro pag nakauwi na ako, like, once I'm home, and then, the journey continues. I've only been with her for like 5 days, and then that's it. Like, so short. I only get to see her on video. Masakit pala yun, no? Parang it's really hard for mom to be separated with your child. It's really hard. Like, I find it very difficult, and I can't imagine like other moms that have to go through the same phase, but you get to be separated with your child. Mahirap pala yun talaga. It really breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. And also, in a way, si Lord talaga, lahat ng mga pinagdadaanan natin, ginagamit niya for His glory. And, this is like the whole time nandito ako sa hospital, it's a moment being quiet and just fully surrendering myself to God and just encountering God every day, like kahit nahirap, like I've always been in pain every day, but God has been sustaining me and giving me strength so far, and it's not easy, but God is always with me. That's I could say. I mean, like, solo lang talaga ako dito kasi, syempre wala namang magbabantay sa akin kasi nga yung asawa ko, pinabantayan naman yung anak ko, diba? So, but thank you to all my friends. May mga flowers ako sa background kasi bigay ng asawa ko, ng friends ko. So, it reminds me that I'm not alone, and it reminds me that God loves me despite of my situation, and that God is always with me and with us. So, ayun nga, while I'm still in recovery, syempre hindi ako makafocus sa mga gusto kong gawin in the future. I've learned to actually just take one day at a time and to just surrender the day, like my day, to God, like whatever happens. Kasi syempre I don't like like my situation is a little bit different. So anyway, let's talk more about the postpartum. So I have a different postpartum. I'm recovering in the hospital, I guess, and I hopefully when pag when I get to go home with my baby, then I'll be able to share more of our moments with you guys. And meron pa akong gustong sabihin. Going back to I was saying na it's difficult to be separated with your child. I can only imagine when God sent Jesus to earth, his only son, and he was separated from his home in heaven, and it was difficult, but I don't know if you can picture what I meant, but it breaks God's heart to send Jesus, his only son, away from home, from his home, just to be with us and just to suffer for us. But with my situation, I wasn't like the separation between me and my child reminded me of that Jesus being sent here on earth for us. Yeah. But still, it has to be done because God loves us, right? In the same way, I have to be here because I love my child. I have to get better for my child. I have to be healed for my child. And in the same way, God has to suffer for us. And so also He could bring healing for us. Wala lang, sobrang just so amazed with like how God reveals Himself little by little each and every day. So I'm just sharing that with you. And I will be posting the continuation of my postpartum later on. Pag nakauwi na ako sa bahay. So, actually, ginawa ko lang itong video kasi nga na-realize ko mag-isang buwan na pala ako dito sa hospital. And I just wanted to share it. Na-realize ko that not many people really talks about postpartum. Na parang you really have to guard your heart and your mind to not fall off to the negative things. Kasi yung hormones mo after you give birth are kind of swaying. May mga days. There are days that you're so happy and there are days that you're getting sad, but also you have to keep guard of yourself, of your heart and your mind. Do not focus on those negative thoughts. Like even myself, that I'm away from my family and I'm just by myself in the hospital, I really have to fight it, like the battlefield in the mind, and surrender myself and my mind and my heart to God each and every day. In the morning when I wake up, I really, even if I can do very little things, I make sure I have little routine, like, you know, like my day starts at like maybe 5:30. The nurses would go their rounds and check my vitals, and then by that time I'm awake, and then by like 6:30 to 7:30 the doctors are gonna come around, and then they're gonna come back after 2-3 hours, and then they're gonna be back in the afternoon after 2-3 hours again. Then the nurses are checking vitals every 4 hours. So I make sure that in between those times, I have a routine for myself. So I would get up, I would clean myself, I would try to walk, like kasi nakakalakad pa naman ako. Except for those times that I was really in severe pain that I cannot walk. But I try to still, when I can, you know, keep myself productive somehow. It's not as productive as when I'm outside of the hospital, but somehow I do something that would entertain myself and I would keep myself, you know, guarded from negative thoughts. So I would walk around, I would make excuses to just like go to the ice machine, get some ice, get some water or stuff like that, and then I would like change my like patient's gown, and like I would clean myself. I would do something just so I can, you know, keep myself busy and not just watch the clock ticking or like think about the negative thoughts. Don't get me wrong, I have moments that I actually cry and I have moments that I actually feel very sad, but I try to just be positive and remind myself. Nagbabasa na ako ng Bible, ay magbabasa ng libro, I color, like coloring book, basta anything that will help me. And also because I cannot eat as that much, so I try to eat little by little, ganyan. So basta each and every day is like a little progress, like. And then just when I thought I'm getting better, babalik ka naman back to zero. So parang it's a roller coaster of process na I thought I was getting better and then I wasn't, and then I thought I was getting better and then I wasn't. It's like a back and forth, and I'm like, I'm so tired. Like my body's recovering from that delivery, and at the same time I was facing this like complications that I have. So it's kind of different postpartum. It's not something that was usual, that like you get to enjoy time with your baby and you get to like enjoy time with your family and you get to do all this and that. But also like I understand when you have a newborn, it's very tiring to take care of them kasi syempre ma-zombie ka na at night. But also those are the joys of it that I don't get to experience yet. And still it's not too late, I'm hoping and praying that I'll be home soon and I will be able to actually recover. It's gonna take a while. Like they're considering of like maybe sending me home and continue the treatment at home, but they're not sure yet. So they're kind of weighing things out, whatever. But I just hope to be with my child, and that's my desire for now, to actually just hold my baby and just be with her and with my family, with my husband. So keep me in prayers, and I will share more when makauwi na ako ng bahay. And if wala kasi ang TikTok, I don't really like to be doing a lot of social media stuff too. But I watch a lot of like videos on YouTube to learn something or to entertain myself. But I don't really have TikTok to like play with videos and all that, because I'm not so much fan of a lot of, parang Facebook lang nga ang hirap na i-manage, magdagdag pa ako tsaka Instagram, tapos magdagdag pa ako ng ibang social media outlets, parang it's difficult for me to do that. Ang dami kong mga wires sa katawan. But anyway, so thank you to all the people that are praying for me and my family, and syempre sa mga friends ko nagsend ng flowers and gifts, and ayan, so it's kind of different of postpartum videos that I'm sharing, or like story. But maybe later on when I get to be home, I get to be with my baby, I'll be able to share like the normal postpartum that mommies are supposed to be sharing. But anyway, thank you guys for watching and for listening. I love you all. Bye.